What if I told you that after 70, you don't need a big circle of friends to live your happiest, most joyful life? Yep, you heard me right. Sometimes kicking back with just yourself might be the secret sauce to pure, unfiltered bliss. Hey there, welcome to The Joyful Senior, where we're all about thriving in our golden years, and today we're shaking things up. Society's been telling us forever that we need a posse, a crew, a whole Rolodex of buddies to feel complete. But let's be real. After 70, could it be that independence is the real golden ticket to freedom, peace, and a life that lights you up? I say yes, and I've got 6 rock-solid reasons to prove it. Picture this. No more chasing people who canceled plans, no more dodging drama. Just you, your coffee, and a day that's all yours. Sounds pretty good, right? In this video, we're diving deep into why embracing independence after 70 isn't just okay. It's downright liberating. From finding strength in your own company to finally putting yourself first, we're covering it all. Plus, stick around for a little story about Jim, a guy from Ohio who figured out that one neighbor and a quiet life beat a crowded room any day. By the end, you'll see why 70 is the perfect time to rewrite the rules and live happier, solo style. So, grab a cozy seat, hit that play button, and let's explore how less can truly be more. Ready? Let's roll. So, if you're ready to ditch the friend frenzy and unlock a happier, freer you, let's dive right in. Here are 6 reasons why you don't need friends after 70, and trust me, by the end of this, you might just start celebrating your solo time like it's a party for one. 1. Loneliness isn't weakness, it's strength. First up, let's bust a myth wide open. Being alone doesn't mean you're lonely. It means you're strong. Society loves to slap a sad label on anyone flying solo, but after 70, solitude can be a superpower. Think about it. You've spent decades juggling relationships, raising families, and keeping everyone happy. Now, it's your turn to sit back, sip that tea, and enjoy your own company without a single apology. Studies might tell us humans are social creatures, but here's the kicker. After 70, you've earned the wisdom to know when you're enough. No more forcing small talk at a crowded table. Just you, your thoughts, and maybe a good book. I mean, imagine a Saturday with no plans, no chatter, just peace. That's not loneliness, that's power. You get to recharge, reflect, and rediscover who you are without anyone else's noise. And the best part, you don't have to explain it to a soul. So, next time someone asks, "Don't you get lonely?" just smile and say, "Nope, I'm too busy being awesome by myself." Solitude isn't a curse, it's a crown you wear proudly after 70. Speaking of crowns, let's move to reason 2. Where you get to rule your own kingdom. 2. You get to put yourself first. Finally, now that you're rocking your solo strength, here's the next perk. You can finally put yourself first. Friends are great, don't get me wrong, but they often come with a side of compromise. After 70, why bend over backwards for anyone else? Independence means saying yes to you. No guilt, no fuss. Want to sleep in till noon? Do it. Craving a quiet night with your favorite Netflix show instead of a loud lunch date? Hit that play button. For years, you probably put others ahead, kids, spouses, pals. But now, it's your time to shine. Picture this. Instead of dragging yourself to a potluck you don't even like, you're at home whipping up your famous chili just for you, or heck, ordering takeout because you deserve it. No one's there to judge your choices or rush your pace. It's liberating, right? You get to build a day that fits you like a glove, not someone else's schedule. And honestly, after 70 years of giving, isn't it about time you get to be a little selfish in the best way? This freedom sets the stage for our next point, ditching the drama that friends can sometimes drag in. 3. Freedom from drama and negativity. All right, let's talk about something we've all tasted, drama. Even the best friends can bring a storm of negativity. Gossip about so-and-so, complaints about the weather, or that one buddy who turns every chat into a therapy session. After 70, independence hands you a golden ticket out of that mess. No more playing referee or dodging Debbie Downer's latest rant. Instead, you get peace, pure, uninterrupted peace. Imagine a day where the only voice you hear is your own, or maybe the birds outside your window. No bickering, no backstabbing, just calm. Friends can be awesome, sure, but they're human. They come with baggage. Maybe it's the guy who can't stop bragging, or the gal who's always late. After 70, you don't need that noise. You got better things to do, like enjoying a puzzle or tending your roses without someone's sob story in your ear. And here's the beauty. You're not rude for stepping back. You're just choosing serenity over chaos. Life's too short for toxic vibes, and at this age, you've got the wisdom to see it. That peace flows right into our next reason, saying goodbye to disappointment. 4. No more disappointment. Speaking of chaos, let's hit reason 4. No more disappointment. Friends can let you down hard. They cancel plans last minute, forget your birthday, or just fade away when life gets busy. After 70, independence means you don't have to sit by the phone waiting for someone to show up. Your happiness isn't tied to flaky RSVPs or broken promises. It's all in your hands. Think back. How many times have you dressed up, ready for a fun night, only to get a text, "Sorry, can't make it." Ouch. Now, picture this instead. You plan a solo movie night with popcorn and your favorite flick. No one can cancel on you but you. And let's be honest, you're pretty reliable. Friends drifting isn't personal, it's just life. But after 70, why bank on others when you can count on yourself? You're the VIP of your own party, and the guest list is perfect as is. No letdowns, no tears, just you calling the shots. That reliability ties right into our next point, making your health and peace of mind the real MVPs. 5. Health and peace of mind. Take center stage. Now that you're free from disappointment, let's talk about what really matters, your health and peace of mind. Social obligations can be exhausting. Planning get-togethers, keeping up chatter, stressing over who's mad at who. After 70, independence lets you ditch that and focus on you. Less stress means more energy for walks in the park, a yoga stretch, or just napping when you darn well feel like it. Think about it. No more late nights out when you'd rather be in bed. No more loud dinners when your ears need a break. Instead, you're sipping herbal tea, reading by the window, or catching that doctor's appointment without juggling someone else's schedule. Peace isn't just nice, it's a health boost. Less cortisol, more calm, and maybe even a few extra years to enjoy it all. You've spent decades carrying others. Now, carry yourself to a quieter, healthier life. And guess what? That lighter load leads us to reason 6. No financial pressure weighing you down. 6. No financial pressure. Finally, let's wrap up with a big one. No financial pressure. Friends can cost you dinners out, birthday gifts, gas to meet up. After 70, independence means keeping your wallet happy too. Why split a $50 tab for a meal you didn't love when you can cook something tasty at home for a fraction? Socializing adds up: travel, coffee runs, hosting parties. But solo? You spend on what you want, when you want. Maybe it's a new gardening tool or a comfy recliner instead of another round of drinks. Fixed incomes are real for a lot of us seniors, and cutting the friend tax lets you stretch those dollars further. Plus, no one's judging if you skip the fancy stuff. Your joy doesn't need a price tag. Imagine the relief of saying, "Nah, I'm good," to yet another outing, and watching your savings grow instead. That's freedom, folks, financial and personal. And it's just the start of what independence can unlock. 7. More time for growth and passion. All right, we've covered the big 6, but let's sweeten the deal with a bonus. When you embrace independence after 70, you get buckets of time for growth and passion. Friends can fill your days with chatter and plans, but going solo? That's a blank canvas for whatever lights you up. Maybe you've always wanted to paint. Grab that brush and make a masterpiece. Or how about gardening? Dig in and watch those tomatoes thrive. After 70, you're not just sitting around. You're free to chase dreams you shelved years ago. Think about it. No coffee dates to rush to, no group hikes to tire you out. Just you and that guitar you swore you'd learn, strumming away. Time becomes your playground, not a checklist. I've heard seniors say they've written memoirs, taken online classes, or even built birdhouses, stuff they never had space for with a packed social life. And the best part? You don't need anyone's approval. If you mess up that chord or overwater the roses, it's just you and a good laugh. This isn't about being busy, it's about being alive, growing into the you you've always wanted to be. And that zest flows right into our next bonus: finding life's real meaning. 8. Life's meaning comes from purpose, not people. Here's the cherry on top. After 70, the true meaning of life doesn't come from a crowd. It comes from purpose. Friends can be fun, sure, but they're not the whole story. Independence lets you zoom in on what matters: your goals, your faith, your legacy. Maybe it's volunteering at the local shelter, praying in the quiet of your room, or fixing up an old car to pass down. That's purpose, and it's deeper than any late-night chat with a pal. After decades of living for others, 70 is when you ask, "What's my mark?" Not, "Who's texting me?" I've seen seniors find joy in mentoring kids, knitting blankets for charity, or just tending their own soul. You don't need a cheering section to feel that spark. Purpose is personal, and independence hands you the reins to chase it. Friends might drift, but meaning sticks. Your life's value isn't in how many show up to your party. It's in the quiet moments you make count. Now, let's see this in action with a little story. So, let me tell you about Jim, a 72-year-old retiree from Ohio who's living proof of this solo magic. Back in the day, Jim was Mr. Social, poker nights, backyard barbecues, a buddy for every occasion. But after his wife passed a few years ago, things shifted. His crew started thinning. Some moved to Florida. Others got wrapped up with grandkids. Jim tried keeping the gang alive, hosting dinners and calling around, but it felt like herding cats. He was tired. Then one sunny afternoon, he's out watering his lawn, and his neighbor Tom leans over the fence. "Nice day, huh?" Tom says. They chat, crack open a couple beers, and that's it. No pressure, no fuss. Over time, Jim realized that was enough. He'd see Tom now and then, maybe catch a game, but the rest, he let it fade. Now, Jim's happiest tinkering with his old Chevy or growing peppers in his backyard. He still nods at his old pals at the store, but he doesn't need the big crowd anymore. One good connection and a lot of independence. That's Jim's recipe. And it's a tasty one, don't you think? Let's pull some lessons from that. Jim's story says it all, doesn't it? Here's the big lesson. You don't need a packed dance card to feel whole. Quality, whether it's one neighbor or just yourself, beats quantity every time. After 70, life's about shedding what weighs you down. And sometimes that's the pressure to keep a dozen friends on speed dial. Jim didn't turn into a hermit. He just picked what worked and let the rest go. That's wisdom we can all borrow. Aging isn't about clinging to the past. It's about curating your present. If a quiet beer with Tom or a quiet night alone brings you joy, that's plenty. And here's the kicker. You're not missing out. You're opting into a lighter, freer you. Jim found his sweet spot, and I bet you can too. It's not lonely, it's smart. Now, let me get personal for a sec. Okay, time for a little heart-to-heart from your joyful senior host. I've been there, chasing the friend train, thinking more voices meant more fun. But a while back, I took a solo weekend trip, just me and a cabin by the lake. No phone, no plans, just a stack of books and a fishing rod I barely knew how to use. And you know what? I loved it. I came back buzzing, not drained. The older I get, the more I treasure those moments. Me, myself, and I. It's like dating yourself, and turns out I'm a pretty great date. I still have friends, sure, but I don't need a crowd to feel alive. I see it in you too. That spark waiting to glow, no RSVP required. After 70, we've got the guts to say, I'm enough. And trust me, you are. So there you have it, folks. 6 rock-solid reasons why you don't need a big circle of friends after 70 to live your happiest, most joyful life. Let's recap the magic. Solitude isn't weakness, it's strength. You get to put yourself first without a shred of guilt. You're free from drama and negativity that drags you down. No more waiting on disappointment. Your health and peace of mind take the spotlight. And your wallet gets a break from all that social spending. Oh, and those bonuses? More time to chase passions like painting or strumming a tune, and a deeper purpose that comes from within, not from a crowd. We even met Jim, who traded his poker crew for a quiet beer with Tom and a life he loves. The takeaway: after 70, independence isn't just okay, it's your ticket to a richer, freer you. Here's the truth. You're not alone in going solo. You're stepping into a bolder version of yourself. You've spent decades earning this chapter, so why not make it yours? No pressure, no fuss, just joy on your terms. Whether it's sipping coffee in silence, tending your garden, or writing that story you've always wanted to tell, this is your time to shine. Society might say you need a posse, but we know better. 70 is when you get to rewrite the rules and live happier with less. So, what's next? Hit that like button if you're ready to embrace your independence. I see you out there, you joyful seniors. Subscribe to The Joyful Senior for more tips on thriving in these golden years. And don't be shy. Drop a comment below. What's one thing you'd love to do just for you this week? Maybe it's a solo movie night or dusting off that old hobby. Let's chat about it. You've got the power, the wisdom, and the spark. Go light up your world, one independent day at a time. See you in the next one.